Good morning, all of you. Today, the topic of the class is pharyngeal apparatus. Pharyngeal apparatus is also called as bronchial apparatus because its structure is similar to the gills or the branchia of the fishes. Now, what are the structures which are included in the pharyngeal apparatus? These are pharyngeal arches, which are mesodermal, pharyngeal clefts, which are ectodermal in origin, and pharyngeal pouches, which are endodermal. These pharyngeal structures, this pharyngeal apparatus has important role in formation of the head and neck. Like structures like face, neck, mouth, pharynx, and larynx, they are formed by this. Now, these pharyngeal apparatus develop at around 4th week, and before development of pharyngeal apparatus, pericardial bulge and head bulge of the baby, they are separated by future mouth or stomatodium. There is no neck in the embryo. Now the neck formation, how the neck is formed? By the formation, here will be the stomatodium and this is the pericardial bulge. So between stomatodium and pericardial bulge, these mesodermal swellings in the series, they will develop. These are called as pharyngeal arches. Here we can say stomatodium, this is cardiac bulge, and between stomatodium and pericardial bulge, these pharyngeal arches will develop. So these pharyngeal arches are mesodermal thickenings which are developing between these two, stomatodium and the cardiac bulge, and it will lead to formation of the neck in the baby. Here you can see arches, first, second, third, fourth and sixth. Because initially 6 arches are there, but 5th one is the rudimentary, so it will disappear soon. So there will be 5 pharyngeal arches and they are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6, cranial to caudal. Now this is the structure of the primitive pharynx before formation of the arch, and this is after formation of the pharyngeal arch. This primitive pharynx, cranially it is ending in the buccopharyngeal membrane, and this and here it is lined by endoderm, and outer lining will be ectoderm, and this is the mesodermal core. Now what happens in the lateral wall and the anterior wall of the pharynx? These mesodermal arches are formed. So these mesodermal structures, mesodermal cylindrical bars appear from the hindbrain vesicle. From posterior part, they are developing from hindbrain vesicle. They are coming on the lateral side of the pharynx, and then they are moving on the anterior part of the pharynx, and they will fuse on the anterior part in the midline. So they will form a horseshoe shaped structure like a necklace in the neck, and these are called as pharyngeal arches. These pharyngeal arches are mesodermal in origin. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 6. These are the pharyngeal arches which are mesodermal in origin, and they are invaded by neural crest cells. And you can see this bluish structure. This is the outer lining of the pharyngeal arch. This is the outer lining. Now this outer lining is dipping inwards, and it is reflecting on the second arch, then it is dipping inwards, then it is reflecting on the third arch. So this dipping of the ectoderm in between the adjacent arches, it is called as pharyngeal clefts. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the pharyngeal clefts, and it is formed by dipping of the ectoderm between adjacent arches. And here you can see this reddish lining. This is the endodermal lining of the pharynx, which is lining the mesodermal arches, and this is lining the arches, and it is evaginating, and then again it is covering the next arch, then it is evaginating, then it is covering the next arch. So this evagination of the endoderm to line the adjacent arch is called as pharyngeal pouches. So 1, 2, 3 and 4, these are the pharyngeal pouches. It is formed by evagination of the endoderm in between 2 pharyngeal arches. So pharyngeal clefts are ectodermal and pharyngeal pouches are endodermal in origin, and pharyngeal pouches, they develop from mesoderm. So these pharyngeal pouches are endodermal. This is the cut section of the pharyngeal arches. This is the lateral wall of the pharynx, and this one is the anterior wall of the pharynx. So these pharyngeal arches provide support to the pharynx, anterior and lateral wall. They are supported by these pharyngeal arches. Now here you can see these are the clefts and these are the arches, and this is the floor of the pharynx, and this one this is the lateral wall of the pharynx. Now first of all about pharyngeal arches, they appear in the 4th week, and these are the horseshoe shaped cylindrical bars which are forming the lateral wall and the floor of the pharynx. Now the mesoderm of the pharyngeal arch. This mesoderm of the pharyngeal arch is developing from the paraxial mesoderm, and this paraxial mesoderm forms the muscles of the head and neck. So muscles of the head and neck are formed by paraxial mesoderm of the pharyngeal arch. And this mesodermal core which forms the pharyngeal arch, it is invaded by neural crest cells. So these neural crest cells form the skeletal element of the head and neck, like bones and cartilage, and the connective tissue of the head and neck is formed by neural crest cells. Now coming to the arch, first arch is also called as mandibular arch, and the second arch is also called as hyoid arch. Third, fourth and sixth arch has no special names. Now what are the components of the pharyngeal arches? This is the cut section of a pharyngeal arch, and this arch and each arch has its own skeletal element, that is cartilaginous element. It has got its muscle of the arch, and which is supplied by nerve of arch and the pharyngeal arch artery. So these are the components of the pharyngeal arch.